Hello everyone and welcome to the next tutorial on your favorite YouTube channel, The Power of Excel. In this tutorial, we're going to talk about three new functions in Microsoft Excel, that is SUMX2MY2, SUMX2PY2, and SUMXMY2. SUMX2MY2, the first function, returns the sum of differences or squares of two arrays, whereas SUMX2PY2 returns the sum of squares of two arrays, while SUMXMY2, the third function, returns the sum of squared differences of two arrays. So these are functions which are normally used to perform mathematical calculations in algebra and all. And I'm going to have a few demonstrations to show how these functions actually work. And then we'll actually spend some time on the application aspect of these three functions as well. So let's start with the very first demonstration, that is for some x2my2. So in this particular demonstration, we're going to prove the mathematical formula which is there in algebra, that is x square minus y square is equal to x plus y into x minus y. And we have just put down some data here for x and y. And also we have made some calculations for x plus y, x minus y, and x plus y into x minus y, just to save on time. So we'll quickly let us perform this calculation for sum of x plus y into x minus y by making use of the sum function. So we'll be summing up the values in column E here, which is x plus y into x minus y. And I'll be selecting the first cell and then selecting the entire column by doing a control shift and down and then closing the brackets. So this gives us 11338. Now I'm going to use the function that is SUMX2MY2, that is basically kind of x square minus y square. And I'm going to use the two arrays x and y. So let's do this in this cell. SUMX2MY2. Let's open the brackets and go to the dialog box. So it asks you for two arrays, array x and array y. Array x will select the first array, and for array y, I'll select the column B. Once you do that and you click OK, you get the same value as in the cell above, that is sum of x plus y into x minus y, which actually goes on to prove that x plus y into x minus y is equal to x square minus y square. That is a very simple demonstration for the function SUMX2MY2. Let us move on quickly to the next demonstration, the next tutorial, that is SUMX2PY2. And again, just to save on time, I've made a few calculations here. So the formula, the algebraic formula we'll be proving in this case is x plus y whole square is equal to x square plus y square plus 2xy. And just to save on time, I've already put down some data here, x, y, and x plus y, and also perform some calculations such as x plus y whole square and 2xy. So these calculations I've already performed on this data, that is these two columns. And also we have performed some calculations for sum of 2xy, that is sum of this column, and sum of x square plus y square, that is what I'm going to perform here, and sum of 2xy, that I'll be taking it from here, and sum of x plus y whole square is basically the sum of column D. That is what has been done already, just to save on time. So here I quickly use sum x2p y2 function, which is sum of x square plus y square kind of a function, and I'll use array x. So for array x, I'm going to use this particular column or this data on the extreme left hand side in column A. This is my array x, and then I'm going to select array y. Quickly select the first cell, control shift and down as a shortcut, and once you click OK, so you are actually able to verify or prove that x plus y whole square is equal to x square plus y square plus 2xy. So these two values are equal. So that is what we have proven by making use of the SUMX2PY2 function. Let me quickly come to the third function, that is SUMXMY2. And in this case, I'm going to use the same data I had used in the previous tutorial on SUMSQ function. That is tutorial number 7. And just to save on time, I've made a few calculations here. These are my test scores for these employees. And I've also put down the average value for these test scores. And this I'll be using as my array Y. And this I'm going to use as my array X. And also I have put down n values of n minus 1 and the formula for calculating the variance, which is being given by this particular formula as explained in the previous tutorial as well. So to perform this, to find out the sum of squares of deviation, I'm going to use a SUMXMY2 function. And let me take you to the dialog box. Array X. So array X, I'll select the test scores. And array Y, I'm going to use these average values. Right? In the last example, the last tutorial, tutorial 7, when we were using SUMSQ function, we had actually calculated these deviations first, and then we had summed up these sum of squares of these deviations. That is what we had calculated with the help of the SUMSQ function. But in this particular case, I don't need to calculate the deviations, and I can directly do it by making use of these test scores and the average values. That's it. That is what I need. And once I click OK, I get the same value of sum of square of deviation as I got in the previous tutorial, that is 5516.87 and variance as 250.7668. So this is actually an alternative to the SUMSQ function. So here you don't need to calculate the deviations and then square it up. You can directly do it with the help of the two arrays that we have here. Now let me come to the applications of these functions. So these functions can be used to perform calculations where mathematical formulas have to be proven, such as x plus y whole square, x minus y whole square, and x square minus y square. So all the three SUMX functions, that is SUMX2MY2, SUMX2PY2, and SUMXMY2, all three of them can be used here. Also, in cases where calculations have to be performed for computing variance and standard deviation, we can make use of the SUMXMY2 function. That is, I've already proved that in this demonstration today. And if in case there are certain calculations which are involved in chi-square test, then we can make use of the SUMXMY2 function. So because we need to find out again the deviation from a given value, and that is there in the chi-square formula, and then we can make use of this particular function there. So that is another application. Another area where we can make use of these SUMX functions is when we have to calculate or compare arrays. So if we have to compare multiple arrays, then we can use a combination of these three functions, that is SUMX2MY2, SUMX2PY2, and SUMXMY2. And in case we want to find outliers, then again we can make use of these SUMX function in that particular case as well. So these are a few applications of these functions. Alternatives to these functions, as such, there are no specific alternatives in terms of the functions we have in Microsoft Excel. At least I don't know about those specific alternatives. Only SUMX function can be used as an alternative to SUMXMY2, because as you can see, these functions, although they have been included in Excel, but they have limited application as far as the real business scenarios are concerned. So no direct alternatives, but yes, in certain cases where SUMXMY2 is to be used, we can also use some SQ function. So that is it for this particular tutorial. Now coming to the question of the day contest 3, which we had started a few days back. And the question I had asked was that in case we are given the loan amount, the monthly EMI, and the rate of interest, then how can we calculate the number of installments? So there are two possible answers, but I'll go with the second answer. I'll tell you both the answers. One of the answers is p duration, that is one of them, and the other function that we can use is n per. But since I have talked about the three attributes, that is loan amount, EMI amount, and the rate of interest, all three have to be used, then n per is the right answer. So the winner of the question of the day contest 3 is Miss Kanika Babbar. Congratulations, Kanika. Well done. And a gift voucher from Amazon is coming your way in a few days' time. So in case you enjoy watching our videos, please do like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Very soon we are going to start with another series of videos, but that is a surprise for now, and I'll declare that in a couple of days' time. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Thank you.